And can you just tell us, how the game was, like what type of game it was?
Footy game?
Yeah, great.
Oh, it was just a good hit out for us, I think. I suppose the old 80-man zone came into it a little bit, and just both teams sort of working through that and what it's going to be like, footy's going to be like this year, and it was a good hit out. We went down to into the last quarter a little bit down and kicked a few goals and come back and won by 10 points. So as a team, we took a lot of positives out of it, and something we can really build on.
Was it exhausting? With the heat, what was it like there? Was it intense?
Yeah, it's pretty hot, pretty warm during the day, and it came in a bit cloudy, so it got a bit humid. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. We had 8 people on the bench, so it's sort of you're going to get a bit of rest either way. So, but no, it's just a good physical hit out, I think.
We talk a lot about the young team these days. Was it an important win, confidence to sort of get an early win for that young team?
Yeah, it was. It's just good to have a win. Winning feeling's a good feeling, so we can take a lot out of that. And for the young blokes that are out there, that's good for them too. And it was just good, as I said, to have a good hit out, and we came away with a win, and we can build on that and just keep working towards round 1.
Did any of those youngsters stand out? I think Marston kicked a couple.
Yeah, Masto played very well. Very impressive. Runs the ball hard and kicked a couple of goals, which is always exciting for a midfielder.
I guess a lot of our memories in the last month have been of that one match against Collingwood, so a vastly improved, certainly result and maybe skill level on display last night.
Yeah, it was. Collingwood seems a fair while ago now. 3 weeks ago. So things we had a lot more senior side out in the paddock last night, so that always helps to steady the ship a bit. So yeah, as I said, the skill level is better, and starting to work through our game plan better, and hopefully we can just keep working on it.
When you say the zonal situation, obviously every club's having a look at it. Have you got your head around it, and have your teammates?
It's probably something we ran into last year against, Hawthorn's one that sticks in my mind. Probably round 14, I reckon, sticks in my mind even stronger. But and I think nearly every side's going to try it now. It's going to make footy quite interesting. Whether it's going to be attractive, some will say no, some will say it's going to be, make it more interesting. But it's going to be something everyone's going to have to try and combat, and that's something we're just working through at the moment. And just might even go back to a bit old school footy where it's kicked long down into packs situations and hitting front and square. So it'll be interesting how every team sort of goes about trying to attack it. But yeah, as we said, we're just trying out little things at the moment. And this time of year is what that's for.
Was it frustrating having 3 weeks to wait for your second game? Do you think the pre-season's dragging on?
Nah, it's not really frustrating. Sort of Collingwood, we were supposed to play it in South Africa, obviously, and I suppose the next 3 games we'll start really building on. It's probably just to get a hit out of the way against Collingwood, really. But no, the next 2 games from now on are going to be really important to us.
That game, the Derby next week, how intense is it going to be?
I suppose it's, all games against Fremantle seem to have a little bit extra on them, but yeah, it's going to be another good hit out, and I suppose a good hit out for us to get really up to match simulation speed. Sometimes these pre-season games, they can lag a little bit, but lack a little bit. But this one probably could be, a bit more intense and quite interesting. So, hopefully we can get a good crowd out there to support the cause and what it's been put forward for.
They're always billed as finals-like atmospheres.
I don't think it'll go close to that.
Still
February.
Mitch Brown, all reports he's coming on pretty well.
Yeah, no, he's coming well. He's had 12 months out of the game, and no, he was good last night. He's getting his touch back, and he's a powerful athlete. So it's exciting for the footy club to have him back and out there running around, and he just goes full ball, which is important, for us to have him out there.
Where do you see him playing most of his game this year?
I wouldn't have a clue, mate. It's up to the coaches. He could play forward. He's the sort of athlete you could play him on a wing. You run anyone into the ground. So it's going to be interesting where they use him, and for him it's just good for him to have a run around, get his touch back, and move on from there.
Apparently Dean Cox had a high hit, knock to the head or something. Did you see that, and is he okay?
No, he's all right from what I know of. So, yeah.
And apparently we've been told that you kicked 3 goals in 2.5 minutes in the 4th quarter. Tell us about that purple patch.
It's nice to kick a few goals and start knocking a bit of rust out for the start of the year. So yeah, got a couple on the end of a couple late, sort of mid in the last quarter, so that was good. So yeah, just keep moving forward.